Hope y'all are having a wonderful day, and hope you enjoy today's video. Just going to show you a little bit of what's going on here at Cedar Creek Homestead. But hey, we woke up this morning 32 degrees. It's been the low has been around 70. I think there's a few nights we did get in the 60s, but then all of a sudden we wake up this morning and it got down to 32. We've been under a freeze warning, but I was just going to show you it really frosted. We went from hot weather to cold, but the temperatures now are supposed to start warming back up and be in the 70s the rest of the week. So I don't know what it's going to do to my garden and stuff. I hope it don't hurt it too bad, but you know, it is what it is. It's that time of the year, but it was kind of something to go from one extreme to the other. My turkeys, they're up here wanting to be fed, and they're actually enjoying the colder weather. They know it's grocery time this morning. It's going to walk in and take a little look at the garden. Shut this gate back, and yeah, we had 15 turkeys, you know, we bought originally. They only shipped us 14, and we've only lost one, and it's still alive. Actually, I've got it in a special little pen, but I feel like it's probably not going to make it. It got down in mud and stuff, and these others jumped on it and was really pestering it, so I locked it up to let it heal up, but it never has gotten quite right yet, so I'm kind of counting it as a loss. But so that'll leave me 13, which is plenty of turkeys, but they have really grown and starting to strut, and for some reason this morning they're really active. They're enjoying this cold weather. They like the frost. Oh, anyway, I'm gonna get over here and show you the tomatoes, and yeah, they got a little frost on them. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but they're frosted, so I got a feeling by this evening my tomatoes will be finished off. And we've about gotten all of them. I think there's a few green ones on this one row, but I think we gotten her all cleaned up, so ain't gonna be no loss. These vines will die, and I'll get to do it all again next year. The peppers, these down here, actually letting them go red, but I picked the green ones. Pretty well cleaned it up the other day, and now I got to get out here and pick the black-eyed peas. I may do that this evening, but see what pretty beans we got there. They're ready to be picked. Some of them are still green, but I've got a bunch of black-eyed peas, and usually a frost like that won't hurt the black-eyed peas at all. These cucumbers, these are from some cucumbers that just rotted in the ground that we just quit picking them, and so they come up voluntary, and I imagine the frost's going to kill them out, but they're actually starting to bloom. So I was hoping to get some fall cucumbers, but probably not going to do it. I'm pretty sure these look just wet, but I figure it was froze earlier, and some of this frost is froze. So sometimes I'll get a frost, I have before, where it'll frost slightly on the roofs and up and around, but it won't hurt none of my garden. So it's kind of hard to tell. But these Red Ripper cowpeas, they're really big. We'll probably keep these peas for seeds for next year, I imagine, instead of eating them this year, because we didn't have very many of them. My other row of beans over here, they're coming along, and they need to be picked. Here's my turnips, and I showed a video the other day how to plant turnips. These turnips are really growing. They won't mind this light frost. This won't hurt them. In fact, it seems to me like they start growing more when the temperatures are lower, that they actually like it better. But and these are my cayenne pepper plants, and they are just loaded down. We quit picking them because we just got so many. My wife did say she may still pick them and do something with them, but they're probably history. It looks like the leaves are curling a little bit on them anyway, but they're still loaded down with green and red. These dudes have made, these plants went like crazy this year. I don't know what the deal was on them, but we did great with peppers. I guess all the rain must have helped. Anyway, winter is in the air. Although it's going to warm back up, we'll have some sort of warm weather. I don't think we'll have no more 90s till next summer, but we'll have some 70s here the next few weeks. And the low temperatures now at night looks like it's going to be in the 50s. Tonight's kind of low, I think in the 40s, and then it's going to be back up in the 50s. But we've had to get everything kind of winterized and ready to go, because this is the way it happens. But this year's been a little bit strange in that it went from, we normally would have been cooler by now. That's not unusual, but anyway, it is what it is. Hey, well, we got a killing frost, or what I thought was going to be a killing frost. Some of the trees are changing their colors, and we actually had what looked like frost to me out here on the tomatoes. But as you can tell, the tomatoes are still green, still doing good. I've got some green tomatoes. Now they don't appear to be blooming or anything else, but they still look real pretty. Usually after a really good frost, the tomatoes will just look black. They'll just turn a dark color and just be dead. I mean, that's it. But it didn't hurt them. Some of the pepper plants are looking a little peaked, and I think it affected them, but it wasn't enough to kill them. But it's knocked out a bunch of other stuff around here. The trees are starting to, some of the leaves are starting to change. So I noticed some of you that are up north, you're like Luma Acres, and some of y'all have really changed already. And we're just now getting into it here in eastern Oklahoma. But anyway, I picked the peas here, and my turkeys was getting in here on them too, and they were eating the peas. They liked them also. But anyway, I got the rest of them picked here, and now I just got a bunch of green vines, and I'm just gonna let them lay in here and die out and rot in the ground. There's still a few immature beans on there. I might be able to get enough to pick another half a bucket or a bucket full of pods. Anyway, I haven't picked the red rippers yet. I was going to put them in something separate, but they're ready to go. Here's some that are dried out and ready. If my turkeys don't get them to me, I was going to keep them separate, so next year we could just take these and use them for seed and plant us some more. Anyway, the turkeys have gotten in here into my turnips, and the turkeys have ate these down to just about killed out my turnip crop. And so I got to do something about those pesky turkeys. I didn't know that turkeys liked turnip greens. I guess they like everything else, but as much greenage as we have to eat around here, you'd think they would come along, would eat some of that. But anyway, my cucumbers, just going to show you a little update. These cucumbers were voluntary from some old, I just left them down this row, and some of them rotted and went in the ground and started, and I showed this on a previous video, but they're starting to bloom. And right there is a baby cucumber. So we're going to see what happens here. If we, now it looks like we're kind of going to warm back up a little bit, and maybe we won't frost, but I've got a few more of these plants going, and I'm not going to water them or worry about them any. This one seems to be the best one. But it didn't kill it the other day with that frost. But we actually, I mean, I had to run my truck a while to get the frost off the windshield, and it was an unexpected thing. So anyhow, here's some more of them Red Ripper cow peas. They are big and pretty. We just had a little old packet of seeds. I've shared this before, and we just planted this little bunch right here. But they're coming along and ready to be, about ready to be harvested. Anyway, that's just a little bit of a fall garden update here at Cedar Creek Homestead. If you like our videos, give us a thumbs up. If you would like to subscribe, we'd appreciate having your subscription. And also comment. You got something going on in your garden. I love reading the comments about other folks' garden, how y'all are doing and things. And it's kind of what we're doing here at Cedar Creek. Our garden's about out. I'm starting to kind of clean things up and get ready. It won't be long till we'll have to be planting again. And so I know it's a few months away, but before you know it, boy, time's going by so fast, and it seems like before we know it, it'll be time to put in the next garden. So now I'll start working out here. I get a little bit extra time. I'll pull up some of my tomato plants have completely died out, and I'll pull them up and get them cleaned out of here and put the baskets up and stuff like that. Kind of get ready for spring. It'll be here, like I say, before we know it. Hey, God bless you. We'll see you next time. We're gone.